Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Between our visitors and our home team. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Orlando Wizards and our home team. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
2nd and 5. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
53, Mike.
On second down, Anderson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. A look there at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
They held them to just 7 points, and in reviewing the game tape, I'm wondering how they got the 7. I actually wrote a note to myself. How did they even score? The way they were playing, absolutely dominating on their side of the ball.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So on 4th down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Check it out, read.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's do this.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Down. 60 or 55 to Mike. Push him back. Push him back.
They'll run on first down. Wall trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Looking to throw on second down. Levy. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Ready.
Back to throw. Levy. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys,
rush coming, and he's taken down.
Boom! That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Toss play. This is Anderson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Screen play, Anderson. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A throw over the middle, taken in. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Going to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Logo. Watch twist. Watch twist. Go.
On first down, Levy. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how he, one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end can be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop. 55. You ain't doing nothing today. Get it. Go.
Looking to throw. Levy. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Come on, set.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Levy. And this is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion?
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
So here are our visitors to take over on offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for him throughout the game, and that 3 and out.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a run with Anderson. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Your turn is here.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And they bring their punter out there now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. There he goes left side. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you
don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Check. 53 Check. 53
2nd and 4. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Crunch time, defense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Good job.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Ready.
Here's Anderson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Anderson. He's got it on the draw. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
You ready?
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Levy. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Ready, ready! 50-60 Pittsburgh. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check go.
They run again on first down. Anderson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. He's got Mason complete. An effective 10 yards there takes us back to first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And 30 base.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
I'm on.
Check 3, check 3.
And
The first down carry here for Johnson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
97's the mic. 97's the mic. Watch twist.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Looking to throw, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Anderson is the lone man in the backfield here as they get set for a second and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. That time a 9-play drive. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Throwing to start the drive. Levy. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's first and 10 here. Operating from the gun. Levy. Wide open receiver complete. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. From the gun, Levy again has it complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Looking to throw. Levy is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Rosas puts this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
55 is mine, guys, 55.
Off the play fake. Levy. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. To throw on 2nd down, Levy. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Ready? 30 base.
Right there in the middle, 55. It's a party now. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
50, play.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Anderson running right. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
70, Indy. Here we go. Ready.
2nd and 11. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Back to throw.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's go. 18, Gator.
Check 53's Mike. Here we go.
Check now.
Back to the ground, Anderson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They run it again with Anderson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. He'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it with Johnson, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year, and his guys are able to cut into that deficit. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
And he's right there on the doorstep now. A gain of 3, second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
From the gun on 3rd down. Levy. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. This will be fielded at the 17. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route.
Let's go, let's go.
15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Down. 10 Lobo. Check 53. I don't think you got it, son. Hit it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Trying to lay one up. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Anderson is the lone man in the backfield here as they get set for a 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Now for the point after. And the lead is down to a field goal now. That time a 6-play drive, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here. Otherwise, they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. And Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken around the 12. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He goes underneath for Anderson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And it's a fumble, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Let's go now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready?
Back to throw here. And the catch made by Johnson. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Now.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. He's got it to Williams. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw, and that is incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Ready? 10-2 start. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And his guys have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
PAT up and good by Rosas, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure what this is about.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield.
Ready?
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He'll look to throw.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
60 outlaw.
Back to throw. A dump off to Anderson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
60 Pittsburgh. Check.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Come on.
Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for the home team here, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.